Oh, okay. So this is screentop.gg. I am looking to port the game from Tabletop Simulator to an alternative platform. Given the ease of access to screentop.gg, I would like to try this. Another option is potentially Tabletop Playground, but obviously people have to pay for it, so getting playtesters is not necessarily going to be as easy. And other online web-based platforms I didn't quite like the look of so much. So currently the game has been made for online playtesting in Tabletop Simulator. So if I just do a single player game for a minute. Ignore those. Okay. Load. Okay. So this is essentially the game as it is at the moment. We have 27 cards, of which you have 4 starters, 4 mains, 4 sides, 4 desserts, and 5 drinks, 3 action cards, and 3 poison cards. We have a starting player token that moves on to the menu of choice. And then basically what happens is players take turns drawing from the deck 3 cards at a time. They can choose up to 2 cards to discard and then reveal the rest. And it's a push your luck game. You are trying to get through the deck as fast as possible without dying. You die by gaining 2 poisons in 1 turn. And essentially, let's say this came out like this. This card would be discarded on account of being poisoned by the arsenic. So some considerations for making the game in Screentop. The game works best if it's scored using the pen. Now, I don't know if Screentop has pen support at the moment. It's not necessarily the biggest problem because tokens will work. So originally the game ran on tokens, and then I switched it to pen later when I realised that that was much quicker. But for sort of basic playtesting, as long as people understand that the final game would use a pen, I think it's fine to still use tokens for online playtesting if need be. So, with that said, I now need to port all of this sort of setup. Scripting isn't essential at the moment. It would be nice, but it's not mandatory. The main thing would be secret areas like this. So if there was more than one player, this area is always hidden to the current player, but visible to other players, and this area is always hidden to everyone but the current player. Now, in theory, the discard area doesn't have to be visible to anyone. It's a nice sort of way of getting players to interact with each other, sort of play mind games with each other. But it's not, strictly speaking, a core part of the game. If it wasn't necessarily available on the online playtesting thing, I don't think it would matter too much. That said, in recent playtesting, people did raise the point that the game currently doesn't have a lot of player interaction. The main player interaction comes from these 3 cards, and basically these 2 cards. But also, there is a slight problem with the time that the game can take, which is a shame. So, to address these problems, what I've done is I'm testing removing this card, and also each menu becomes a 15 card, just ignore that, a 15 card, a 15 dish card, sorry. So then each player gets a randomized menu. There's 16 variations currently planned. The main concern with the variations is that currently in the actual game, this token is replaced by an icon on one of the cards, and that indicates the first player token, or the first player menu. Now I'm trying to keep the part count down both for portability and cost, so tokens are not necessarily a great thing to have in the final version. So what it might have to be is one side of the card is considered the first player card. One side of the card is considered any other card, and so basically the first player just flips their card to the first player side, and all the others just use the other side. I don't know. The other option is someone just writes a little 1 to say that that's their first thing. Now, to increase player interaction, another thing I've added is wagers, and the way that works is when someone is having their turn while they're shuffling the deck, everyone else gets to decide what they think is going to happen with that turn. So the basic wager is how many dish cards are going to be on the table at the end of your turn. So we will get to screen top in a minute. I know that was the idea of this, but I feel like in order to do this on stream, I need to explain the game somewhat. So imagine the game has come out like this, and we just ignore all these. At the end of the turn, the player goes, okay, I've got my 5 dishes, I'm happy to stop. So if someone had wagered that the person would get 5, they get to steal a dish either from all other players that took part in the wager or a specific player. I need to playtest to balance that to see how it works. But at the moment, it is going to be any player that didn't take part, or sorry, any player that took part but didn't win gets to steal a dish. If all wager values must be unique for that particular thing. There are other wager types as well. So one of the ones I'm playing with is how many unique dishes were scored. So let's say, for example, it's this player's turn, and they have previously scored these ones. So on this turn, they would be scoring 1, 2, 3. So anyone that guessed that they would score 3 cards would get the reward for that wager. Some of the rewards are card-based or action-based. Some of them are purely just steal from other players. So that is basically how the game goes. So now to the meat of today. We are going to be following this tutorial to learn how to use ScreenTop. So I've downloaded this card, or this image. I will have this on my other screen, which you won't be able to see. And I will be following this tutorial. Sorry, 1 second. I just need to open. No, it's not in there. It's in here. Okay. So we'll put this to the left, to the right even. We'll put this to the left, like so. Okay, so let's begin. So, what do we do? Log in or sign up, go to your profile page and create a new game, which I've done. I've called it tutorial. Go to the new game's profile page and click edit, which I believe I am in now. Yes, tutorial edit main. Creating a single card. Basic concept. I think I've read the basic concepts. Components. A component is the basic building block of a game on screen top. There are essentially 4 kinds of components. Container, which can contain other components. You know what? Let's bring this to this other page now so you can read it with me. Tile, which can be flipped. So a tile, my understanding is a tile could be a tile in a tile placing game such as Carcassonne or Subterra, or maybe, I don't know, Forbidden Island. Or it can be a card. If you make it rectangular, then it's just a card. Maybe there's a thickness to it, I'm not really sure. Die can be rolled, so that's fairly self-explanatory. Counter can be bumped up and down. Okay. So I guess a tile could also be a token, because I think a counter is an actual counter, like not like a token counter. Component also specifies a shape and some additional attributes such as flip axis for tile components and sides for die components. Okay. Variants. A variant is a unique visual representation of a component. For example, a playing card component would have 52 variants, 1 for each rank and suit. Objects. Objects is an instant of a component plus a variant. For example, a game that requires 2 decks of playing cards would have 104 objects and 2 variants of each of the component. Okay. Drop zones. Drop zones specify which objects are allowed within a container. Fine. Anchors specifies how objects are positioned within a container. There are currently 2 kinds of anchors. Point snaps objects to a point, and line distributes objects along a line. Okay. An asset is a collection of images placed in a grid of evenly divided rows and columns. So that would be the image artwork. Playing card 01 is 5x13. D6 die is a 2x16. Okay. Surfaces. A surface is an area that objects can be placed on and moved to. For example, a deck building game may have one surface for building the deck and another for playing the game. Cool. Right, back to the tutorial. So, let's put this here. There. Come here. Okay. So, save this image to your card, go to the Assets section and create a new asset. Rename it Cards. And playing card 001. Upload the saved image, and we tell it has rows of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 13 along 1, 2, 3, 12, 13. Yes. Okay. Go back to the component section and create a blank tile. create, and we will call this card. And flip axis Y, is that right? Hidden style opaque. Rotation orientations is 4. Kind rectangle width is 160 by 224. Corner radius. Okay, so the tutorial says radius, but I think this corner is the same because there's no other named object. Save it. Okay, so now we have a card. Variance 1. Update variant 1. We can give it a stroke color. We want to give it the asset, which is cards. We want to give it asset index, and we want to say back asset is cards. We want to say the index is 53. Okay. Cool. Save. And there we go. And if we do fill color, can I change the... Ah, look at that. Okay, cool. I like that so far. Right. Click join in the main view, top left corner, and select seat 1. Join seat 1. Okay. Open the chest from the main view, top right corner. Select card. Chest, card. Oh, because I didn't rename it. Okay, select all. And click create. Oh, okay, so this side must be the editor. And this side must be the game. Okay, right. Creating a full deck. Let's extend this to create a full 52 card deck. Return to the variants section of this component and create 51 copies of variants by clicking... okay, let's rename this first to card. Save. Doop, 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 doop. Okay, right. So we get a card. We click on variants. We click clone. We say count. 51 copies. And then click clone. And that gives you a full 52 variants. Okay. Select all 52 variants and click update, and then we can write a function. Okay, so return asset index. What? So this is a function, presumably in JavaScript. Yeah, it says JavaScript there. And it's returning a single field JSON file that assigns a key value pair of asset index and index, that then gets filled into this JSON on the right. Set asset index of each variant to a reference. Notice that the JSON input below updated with new asset index values from 1 to 52. Oh yeah. So if we delete this. Wait, what? Oh, look at that. So you delete that. It says 11111. You boom, and that like that. Okay. And if I then wanted to say back asset index, that also changes. Cool. But we don't want to do that. So click Save to confirm these changes. Okay. And here we have all of the variants. That's pretty snazzy. Open the chest from the main view, select all, and click Create. Let's delete this one first. Select all, create. Wait. Why can't I flip the whole stack? Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm sure we'll get to it. In the main view, you can multi-select cards, all cards with Control plus click. Aha, okay. Flip. There we go. Or double click. Shuffle by pressing Z. Huh. Cool. Finally, let's create a container that can hold cards and hide them from other players. Go to the components. Create a blank container. Create container 1. We'll call this hand. Hidden style. They don't say. So shape, kind rectangle. 512 by 256. So full size rectangle. Radius is 16. Save. Go to the drop zones. Created. So it already has a drop zone in it. Was that because I saved it? Okay, let's try this again. Components. Delete. Add. Blank container. Go into here and we say hand. And we say it's a rectangle of 512 by 256. And So I just cannot type on stream apparently. Drop zones. No, it already comes with a pre-populated drop zone. Maybe it's just, maybe this documentation is a little bit out of date. Maybe. So we want to go to the drop zone, create a drop zone, select the drop zone, child components, add card, and then you can add more components that can go in there. So, excuse me. I think for a game like A Taste for the King, if we go back to Tabletop Simulator for a moment, you essentially have these cards, which are the main deck, and then you have the menu cards and these cards, which are essentially helper cards. So I would probably have one deck for this, I would have a second deck for these, and I would just set the areas to only accept the cards from the main deck. And possibly, so some of the cards that I'm thinking of adding into the game to make it a bit more interactive will potentially be sort of addable as a sort of a mod to the game. So if you think of something like Subterra, you have the base encounter cards, event cards, and there's, I think, like 50 odd of them. But when you play the game on easy mode, you only use, I think it's like 20 of them. And then when you do medium difficulty, you take some out from easy and you add more from the difficult one. And then when you do hard, you do the same again. So my thinking is, some of these extra cards could maybe be in their own deck that can then be added to the game to make it more difficult or more interactive or less interactive and make it a little bit more fluid. So most of those cards were originally going to be in expansions themselves. So yeah, just thinking through how I would do it. Okay. Save. Go to the anchor section of this drop zone, create a new line anchor. Go to the object section of this component. How? Oh, excuse me. Oh. That came out of nowhere. 16, I apologise if that blew your ears off. Okay, drop zones, variants. Go to the object section of the component. Variant. Wait, no, we don't. Drop zones, drop zone 1, card, anchors. Okay, go back to the hand. Objects. Add a surface. And we will call this set seat 1, allow seats. Allow seats. Success, we've created a component that can hold cards and hide them from other players. In the main view, move some cards into this hand 1 object. Okay, let's try this. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, I haven't added seat 1, that's why. Save. Okay, so now I can see my cards, right? Flip, flip. Okay. But then if I switch seats, how do I leave seat? Leave seat 1, join as seat 2. All the cards are hidden. Cool. Comes up with a little thing saying it's hidden. Cool. Okay, that's really cool. Almost done. Return to the game's profile page and click play. Play. Room created. Okay. Invite players. Okay. So let's have a look. Bulk updating. Screen top lets you quickly update multiple entities at once using just a bit of JavaScript. In the update modal, as in the modal pop-up. Okay, I guess. We should see an input that contains something like this. Function update variant index return. As you modify this function, the JSON representation of the entities will automatically update. Try it out by updating some variants with this example. This will update the selected variant names to example 1, example 2, and fills colors to red. Okay. Setting a different asset for each variant with multiple assets. Okay, so theoretically I could just have multiple assets and then one deck. Or vice versa, I could have multiple decks and one asset. Okay. Hi, Donna. Okay, so let's go back to A Taste for the King. So I think I had the basic idea down. Deck 4x16. Rows 4, columns 10. Okay. So then we want to make... Okay, so let's rename this to dish kitchen card. And we want to set the... Oh god. Okay, let's delete this. Add a component. Blank tile. Call this kitchen card. We rectangle, we say 16. We say, I'm not sure what size the card should be, but we'll work it out in a second. So we add variant 1 would be figs. No, the first card is pottage. Okay. So we say asset is deck. Asset index is 1. Back asset is deck. And back asset is 50? 54? Okay. If we we flip this? Oh, okay. 40. Okay, 40, 40, 40. We go to here. We say size is 28 by 150. 172. Thereabouts. 16. Boom. Okay. 80. Perfect. Okay, so it's about 128 by 180 is what we need for this size of card. Kitchen card, and we will say assets is kitchen deck. Save. Okay, so then I need another component, which is the container, and we'll call this deck area. And again, this needs to be 128 by 180. 16. Drop zones. Add a child component, and we want to say kitchen deck. Save. I'm wondering if this should be a little bit bigger, but we'll leave it for now. Next, I need a blank. Let's add a meeple. And we'll call this first player meeple. Oh, that's cool. So, you can make SVGs directly in the thing. That's cool. So then we need a surface. How does the surface work again? The surface works like updating, beginner tutorial. No, basic concepts. Surfaces. A surface is an area that objects can be placed on and moved to. For example, a deck building game may have one surface for building the deck and another for playing the game. So wait, what? What's happening? I found a bug. That might be a bug. Surfaces. Okay, surface 1. Can you add... Okay. So I need 8 seats, which I've got. Guides, that's cool. Components. Add component. Can you only add one meeple? That doesn't seem like that would be a thing, right? So next, let me have a look at kitchen deck. So we need oops. We need 2, 4, 6. We need 27 plus 28, 30, 31, 33, 34, 35 variants there. Okay. Kitchen deck. Variants. Add. Oops. $35. Let's say 33 now. Select all and update, and we want to say asset index. Oh. Okay. What? I'm lost. Right, because right. Kitchen card is where I want the variants. Right. So let's do this. 34 variants. Select them all. Edit. Asset index. So we join seat 1. In the chest, we create this. What? Okay. So, let us open the cards tabletop simulator. So, let's file save deck as, and we'll say dish deck 1.012 screen top. We'll delete this. We will move these to here, move this and this. So this becomes a core action, this becomes an optional action. Okay, we'll add card. We want to use the card back. Card back. Card back. 5v3. No. Okay, I need to do a thing quickly, which is to come into here, cards, and we need to open card back, open with Inkscape, and I need to export the cropped version of this version of the card. So we go to here, we select the trim cut, card back 5, 3mm cropped, export. We come back to here, we sort by date. There we go, right. So let's, for now, change deck size from 10 by 4 to 10 by 5. No. The deck itself would only ever be... Let's also add in the Amanita. I do have an Amanita cropped. That'll do. So these cards I don't think I will actually be using. They are just hypothetical cards that I had thought about after some playtest. So I don't actually need this open at the moment. I need sideboard, poison token, grudge. Let's open grudge. Let's see what that was. I think I know. Choose another player as a nemesis. Your nemesis starts the next turn with a poison counter. You know what? I'm going to export this for now. Lazy style. Trim cut. Grudge action. Export. Come back to here. open, add card. And we want to add the grudge. Edit, change deck size to 5. Cool. Okay. So, other things that I have done. Let's close this because that will give me the room that I need. And this, there we go. Okay. So, from expansion 2, we want these two. And these two. We'll open this one to be on the safe side. Beer cropped. Export. Assassination. Target player loses 1 taster or target misses a turn. So this was from a version of the game which is possibly going to be in the final version of the game. But was actually an earlier version of the game where one of the expansions added the concept of multiple tasters. So either you had a taster card that represented who you were, and then you had sort of, say, 3 or 4 or 5 of those per player, and each time someone died, you replaced it with a new taster that had slightly different stats or abilities or whatever. And essentially it limits the game to a maximum of X number of rounds based on the number of player tasters that die. But I thought people might not necessarily want to play with the taster variant, so the taster variant was called the Decimated Population variant. And as a result, if you still wanted to play with the assassination card but without tasters, then you just missed your turn. That was the idea. So we'll export this for now. Let's put everything into screen top. Trim cut 52. You can also see the cards that I copied to make other cards. Assassination. Export. Perry. Perry was just a fermented pear juice. That's not the interesting one. The other interesting one is Clary. I think. Yes, honey-infused white wine. So you can score this one as Hippocras or mead. It just makes it a little bit... sort of balances out the difficulties of having the extra assassination poisons. So the extra assassination poisons... where is it? Here. So this... anything with the crown here is from the king, what was originally the king's expansion. Anything with the little poison symbol, like the water drop symbol, is from the poison expansion. So this was king, this was king, this is assassination, or assassins. So this was also an assassin's expansion one, sorry. And then expansion 3 was the Tasters expansion. So we'll just add all 3 of these. We need 2 beers. But as they are essentially the same card, I don't necessarily need two versions of the image, but we'll do it like this for now. Assassination. What else do we need? We need deadly concoction, which for some reason has lost its background on this computer, but was fine on my other computer, so let's just fix that for a second. This image should be card background. This one. Thicker border, 3mm. No, I didn't want to open it. No, I wanted to rename it. Come on. There we go. Right. So I'm not too worried about the visual representation of the optional cards, but we'll just... for the sake of my sanity. There we go. Right, we'll save that. Deadly concoction. We want to go to trim cut. 752. Dot equals deadly concoction cropped. And we want to come here. File, add cards. Deadly concoction cropped. Okay. Double dose. Let's just export this as it is. Okay. So don't need this one open. Don't need that one open anymore. Clary. File, trim cut. Clary. Add cards. Okay. So let's have a look. See. Let's move everything over one. For reasons that. Okay. Hippocras, mead. Is there another card? I feel like there's another card. Okay, let's have a look. So, of the main cards, there should be 36. I think that's right. Is that 36? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 20. Hmm? 37. That's still not quite right, is it? Oh, because there's this which is duplicated. Where's the extra things? Brawl. Brawl is there. Assassination Attempt is another card because I'm thinking I might not make it. So my thinking with the game at the moment is Assassination Attempt might not be a card. It might be an action that you do defined somewhere. And it would essentially be adding the Amanita, the beer, and a Clary into the deck at the start of someone's turn. But that still seems like there's... Oh, I didn't have Deadly Concoction in here. Oh, yes, I did. I had Double Dose in here. So where's the extra card come from? Okay, so we've got Hippocras, so that should be 37 cards now. We've got 39. Where have we got 39 from? Add one more for the Assassination Attempt. 38. And then Assassination, which was not in here, is the 39th. Okay. Makes sense now, that's fine. Like so. Double Dose, Clary, Grudge. Also Grudge. Oh yeah, but that's on this row, so that's fine. Are there any other cards from the expansions I would like to consider putting in to the main game? So currently the game was based around the idea of making everything fit on 36 cards. So that was 2 sheets of cards from the prototype manufacturer who I was thinking of getting to do the final production in short run bursts. However, if I go to somewhere like China, they use the full standard 54 card set sheet, which happens to be a clean multiple of the 18 that the prototyping company use. So, you know, if I can keep it within 1 sheet or 3 sheets for the prototypers, that should be fine. But as we can see, we're already if we do it like this, we're We're at a potential 43 cards. I need 8 for the menu cards. I need 1 for the action reminder card. Debatable. The action reminder card is not essential. It's just a nice thing to have. I can always remove it or make it sort of an optional printer thing that you can do at home later. But either way, if we look here, as the game currently is, we would go 1 over and we'd have to remove the action reminder. That's also assuming 6 tasters, which is not enough for a full game. So it's just a balancing act at the moment to try and work out what's best for the game. But what I want to do at the moment is just put everything I can into screen top, and then I can fiddle around and tweak as needed. So expansion 1, we have, with the first expansion we also had things like Grudge and Poison Token and the sideboard. So the original idea with the first expansion, the King's expansion, was it was going to add kings to the game. So the concept of the game is kings long at war, attend a feast for peace, and you are playing both their taste testers and the kings themselves. Now, in reality, the menu is the king. It's a nameless king. The player is actually playing the playtester, trying to get through the menu on behalf of the king as fast as possible. The person that finishes their meal first and or survives is the winner. So, you know. My idea for the first expansion was to add kings, and the kings would have special abilities and a favourite dish. So something like this. So King George, he would steal a card when his taster was poisoned. The thing with this is there's nothing stopping me adding kings in a future expansion. But the thing that bothered me with the King's expansion was I wanted to add a few more dishes. Because there's a few dishes from sort of 14th, 15th century England that haven't made it into the base game, such as spinach ifred, Perry Piment, Rishues. Rishues is kind of cool. So risol of fruit. And basically, it's very nice. My concern was that the menu is already quite large. So my original idea was that the dishes in the expansions would essentially be wild cards, or they would come on their own sideboard. So I created a sideboard, which I just saw. Sideboard. Getting slightly off topic at the moment because the whole point was screen top, but we'll get back to it. Again, I feel like I need... It's also been a few days since I worked on the game, or days, like a week or more. So I just feel like I need to refamiliarize myself with the whole latest version of the game versus the older versions. Yes, so the idea was that we would have a sideboard that would allow you to put the menu card there, and then you would have whatever additional cards were needed here, like this. But it was just more things to score. So then I thought, well, what if I made them wild cards, which is where the beer and the clary come in. I think originally Clary could be scored as either a drink or a dessert. Unless that's from the King's expansion. I think Pyment or Perry, maybe? Let's just have a quick look. Perry it is not. Pyment, maybe? Okay, I can't remember which card it was. I think it was Clary, but I then changed it to Hippocras or Mead just because that sort of made thematically a little bit more sense to me. Expansion 3 is the Tasters, so it could be that maybe I just focus on the dish deck and things like that, and then for the expansion, if I do make an expansion, I make it the Kings and Tasters expansion, so everyone gets to be a king, and then everyone also gets to have one or more taster, and I feel like maybe that would be a way of getting around it. That would give me 18 to 36 to 54 extra cards. So if we say 8 kings, gives us 10 tasters. That's more than one each. If we then say 36 minus 8 is 28, that gives us potentially 28 testers. Or, you know, maybe there's more than the number of players as kings. So you have a choice of kings, same as the way you have choice of tasters. The point is, I think these are all the cards that I want in the deck right now. The only thing is it does need to be a multiple of 3, otherwise it gets a little bit messy. So we go 1, 2, 3. That is the standard 27. Plus 2 is 29, 30, 33, 36, 39, 40, 'But we were thinking of taking this one out and this one out, which then makes it 38. So I would potentially need... Actually, wait, these two also wouldn't be in the deck. So that makes it a multiple of 36. So that is a multiple of 3, so it works. However, having said that, sorry, 1 second. I wrote an idea down. Card that allows someone to temporarily steal part of the deck. No, not that one. Deadly Concoction, potentially kill it. Right. So Deadly Concoction, these 4 cards were the ones I was thinking of adding to the deck on someone winning assassination attempt. Which unfortunately makes the card count not a full multiple of but if I did that, We're adding 5 cards to the deck. And then the problem is, you see, that then makes the game not a multiple of 3. Again. But that does. So 39 minus 5 is 34 is not a multiple of 3. Hello. Hi TTK Guy and hello Gorbash. How are you both? Sorry, I was deep in thought. Musings and whatnot. So the goal of today's stream is I am trying to port this, which is my card game, from Tabletop Simulator to this, which is screen top, and while I was trying to set this up, so to begin with, I started the tutorial. Oops, oh my goodness, I'm breaking everything. Okay. I started with the tutorial, which was here, followed this, and now theoretically, if someone wanted to try and join, this doesn't really do anything. But if you want to, you can join. I think you need an account, but that's it. You don't need to pay or anything. But I got a little bit stuck when it came to trying to do the artwork. So currently the base game is 36 cards, but to address some feedback from playtesting, I feel I may need to increase the card count, and I'm just trying to balance the card count so that it doesn't go beyond 54 cards. So, and also the deck needs to be a multiple of 3 at all times, and currently it will not be if I have these cards in there. So that's what I've been working on. Hope that makes sense. Where's Twitch gone? Yes? How is everyone today, by the way? But yeah, so these are just the thoughts that have been going on. Ah, you passed the exam, well done. I am good, thank you. Just debating this whole thing. So you're now building work certified. The splat is double dose because you've thrown up everything you've eaten so far, but you haven't got killed from it. So I'm hoping to possibly run a proper playtest on Screentop on Thursday. So today's stream is just going to be trying to get it working in Screentop. Some of the artwork is a bit out of kilter now because I've been fiddling with things. Some of the borders aren't quite the same. You can see Beer, which I haven't worked on in a very long time, is still using the very, very old version of the backgrounds. So yes, I think I'm now ready to export this. Maximum size is 4000 because for some reason Screentop only allows 4000. Not a multiple of 2, not a power of 2, but cards, TTSV1, Screentop, save. So we come back into Screentop. Oh, wait. Is someone in here? Hey, TTK. So Screentop is not something I've made. This is a platform that I'm looking to utilize for playtesting and demos of my card game. But it seems... Oh, I haven't joined. It seems pretty interesting. It uses JavaScript scripting because it's web-based. You can flip the whole deck by control clicking. It's kind of interesting. And just to compare, this is what it looks like in Tabletop Simulator. I'm looking to hopefully get something looking similar to this. So I've just been, these scribbles were me going over the new wage mechanic. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't kick us off the tutorial table. So I need to add kitchen deck V2. We need rows of 5 and we need columns of 10. We need to upload cards. This one, no, one too many. Dish deck. This one. Must not be larger than 8 meg. Oh, yes, I forgot about that. Current deck size. So what was the deck size that I used last time for it to work? Cards. TTSV1. I had my TTS workflow down quite... no, sorry, not that one. This one. Properties. Details. Wait, what? Oh, because it's bigger by virtue of the fact that there's more rows, so I need to shrink it down a little bit more. So say 3600. Okay. Let's see, how are you getting on with this table? So yeah, how have you done that, TTK? How have you got this to spin like this without touching it? Or were you just hovering over other things and just constantly pressing F? So yeah, it's kind of cool. I'm enjoying the idea so far. This is slightly less than pleasant to deal with at the moment, but you know, good components, kitchen card. Let's delete all these variants. And we want to edit this so that it uses kitchen deck v2, kitchen deck v2. We want to use this version of the back for the back. Save. Wait, what? Assets. Kitchen deck v2. Oh my goodness, I did not save it. That's upsetting. There is a stream delay for a bit of info, so if I don't answer, that's probably why. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so now we go back to the assets. We go back to the kitchen deck v2. No, not assets. We want to go to components. Kitchen deck. No. Kitchen card. Variants. Clone the variant. How many variants do I need? I need 39, 41, 42, 43, 44. 43 of them. We then want to select them all. We want to say asset index. And then we need to come into some of these. Okay. I think what we need to do is components, kitchen card, variants, pottage, shrimp, that'll do. Beef. This is just to help me a little bit. Figs. Steak. Swan. Ribs. So I'm using the old world, or the old variant names of the variant cards rather than the current hike, just for speed. Rice. Oops, that'll do. Doesn't matter. Save. He's still flipping that one card. Rice. Budgie. Going for the shortest name, let's say. Pottage fungus. Save. Manchet loaf. Jumble. Jumble. Pottage strawberry. Pears. Pottage. This one needs to be gingerbread. This one needs to be Hippocras 1. Hippocras 2. Mead. Pottage 2 is ale. Didn't save it. Cider. Arsenic. Belladonna. Cyanide. Monkshood. Amanita. Ita. Distraction. Infiltration. Why can't I type when I'm on stream? Why? Secret message. Secret message. Secret message. Through the feast. Secret message. Double dose. Clary. Bit 1. Beer 2. Beer 3. Deadly Sea. Wrong. Diplomatic. Nearly done. This one is blank, so we go doop. Delay dose. Delay dose. Oh, wait. So I can just delete this variant. Backlog. Scare tactics. Okay. Apologies if this bit's a bit boring. We are nearly done. Assassination attempt. Okay. So now we come here, we go here, join as seat 1. Let's Yes, delete all the objects. Okay, we will select all, create. Put this one here, put this one here, put this one here. Delayed dose. These three go in their own pile. 1, 2, 3, 5. Double dose. Grudge. Brawl. Okay. Let me just check. Grudge. Brawl. Double dose. So what if we did this? So make these two definites. Okay. So these. Okay. Grudge and delayed dose. Let's make a new surface and call this experimental cards. Objects. Kitchen card. Back. Let me flip this. Put this in here. We go to here and we say components, we say kitchen deck, and we want to make a drop zone point. Point create. Okay. Okay. We shall control click these two. No, control click this and move this to here. Control click this and move this to here. We then want to make a discard area and a play area. So create container, and we want this to be play area, and we want this to be 10 by 3. 10 by 3 width would be 128. Height would be 180 times by 3 is 540. And then we want a little bit of padding, so let's call it 1400 by 600. 16, save, save. Okay. So then we go here and we want to add the play area. View policy, allow all. Interact policy, allow all. Allow seats. Okay. So then we want to make the discard area. Wait, no, before we do that, let's go to the play area. Drop zones. And we want to make 3 drop zones. Kitchen card. Anchors. Add an anchor. We want to add 3 anchors. Line. Create. 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 Minus 600 divided by 3 is 200. Leave me alone. So anchor 1 goes there. Anchor 2 goes for 0, 0. And what was it? We said 1400 divided by 10 is 140 minus that. So it's 140 divided by 10. No, 140 divided by 28. 128. .9375 times by 128 gives you 120. So then we say minus 700, 720. 700 minus 120 gives us minus 580 and plus 580. Correct. Cool. Anchor 1. 580. 580. Anchor 3. Minus 580. 580. Y is 200. Oops. And 200. Okay. So if we come over here now. Oh, what? Do I need to add it again? Because I haven't saved it. Okay. So let's delete this. Go to the chest, add it again. Move it. Lock. Cool. So I can't move that now. So if I now drag this down to here. What? Why? Oh, because I haven't added kitchen card. Save. So hopefully now. Right, okay, so then we go to the anchors and we say start. Okay, so then we go doop. Cool, right. That's actually really cool. So then I just need the discard area, and I've got a basic working version of my game. Ish. So we go to the play area. No, we go to blank container, create container, discard area, and we want to say that this should be let's say 2 cards tall plus a bit of padding. 180 times by 2, 360, call that 400. Width we want to say, so the maximum number of cards that you can discard assuming no poisons is 2/3 of 30, so 20 cards plus a poison, 21. So if we say 21 divided by, if we say 22 divided by 2 is 11, 128 times by 11 is some amount. 14008. Oh, that's almost as big as the actual. You know, let's make it 700. Add an anchor. Line. Minus 580. Nope. Half that. Minus 230. 230. Ah, what have I done? Okay. 0. Alignment start. Doesn't really matter. Let's say 30 cards, just to be on the safe side. 250. 250. 300. 300. container. Let's make this 200. Okay. View policy. Discard area. Why did that not save? Okay. View policy. Deny seats. Seat 1. Interact policy. Deny seats. So I think if I've done that correctly, I can't see what's in there. But if I leave this seat, then I can. Okay. Okay, a bit fiddly, but doable. Maybe I can do this with a script. So my concern is... Okay. Thank you, TTK. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. My concern was that I wouldn't be able to draw. And you can't. So I will have to make tokens for the menu cards. That is fine. Discard area. Hidden style opaque. Okay. So I need to do one more thing now, and that is new. So we need 8 by 2 or 10. 10 by 1. Let's try a 10 by 1. Add cards. We need to add all of the menus. A cropped, B cropped, C, D, E, F, G, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. No. Okay, I think I know what caused that crash. Okay, so we'll come in here and we'll do this manually, see if this doesn't cause it to crash. It's because they're different sizes, I think, which normally it probably doesn't mind. G H I, whoops, J K L M N O P. Okay. And then we'll put the full menu in just for reference. That's not the full menu. That's not the full menu at all. Okay, we'll do that. And then we'll add the action reminder card. Which needs to have two sides. This is the oldest version of the action reminder. Sort by date. Got action reminder extra actions, which needs to be the cropped version, which I don't have. Yes, I do. Action reminder cropped. And then we need the wager card, which is in larger border, I think. Wages 2 cropped. And potentially a brawl counter, but we'll leave it like that for now. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 8, 9, 10. 10 cards on top of the let's assume 41 cards. Let's assume 41 cards for now, plus 20. 10 gives you 51. Is that correct? Yes, yes. Let's delete these for a second. $41 plus 10 should be 51. Okay, I'm missing one again. That's fine. Oh, wait, because I added another bear. That's why. Okay. So we come to here. I think this should be okay. Helpers deck 0.12 screen top. export this to the same width. Bring it back to here. Go to components, go to assets. Helper menu cards. Rows 2, columns 10. We need 2. Dish deck, helper deck. Save. Come back to the components. Add a blank tile. Menu card. Width 100, height 180, 16. Wait. I don't want these to be 16 width. I want them to be... Anyway, okay. So we go to variants. Variant 1. We need the asset to be helper menu cards. Back. Menu cards. So I need this to be asset 9. This is going to be confusing. Save. So we say menu card A. Clone it. We need we need 7 more variants of this. Menu card B should be 2 and 10. And we'll say menu card C should be 3 and 11. And 12 and 4. And E 5 and 13. F should be 6 and 14. G should be 7 and 15. I'm sure I've gone out of sync here somewhere. H should be 8 and 16. Okay, and then we want to say add a variant. Asset is helper menu, and we just want to say 20 and 20. Have the same side on both. And then we'll say this is first player menu, old style. OG. Then we need a blank tile. We will call this action reminder. We need this to be 180. Variants, variant 1, asset is helper menu cards, We need this to be this one, and 19. Kind of it, doesn't need to be, just call it variant. one. Components, kitchen card, 8. Okay. So then I just need to make one more component. Actually, 2 more components. Scoring, nope. Brawl card. Variance 1. Wait, this is wager card. Okay. So then we need to add in the menus. Nine of them. Oh, yeah, because there's the first player menu. Okay. Got the action reminder and the wager. So the only thing I don't really understand how to do oh, that could be a thing. But let's not do it like that for now. So wages, surfaces. Okay. Scoring token. And we need to do an asset. Scoring token. Tokens. Yay, okay. Then we just come here, we say 225, 225. Oh. Hey, there we go. Cool. Let's make this kitchen deck 150 by 200. Just so that when you okay. View. Okay, so then we'll make extra cards. Let's make this 500 by 180 or 200 by 180. 16. Drop zones. Oops. Anchors and at a point. This is sort of intuitive in a really unintuitive way. I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, it's very weird. Let's make this a darkish grey. Save. Okay, that's nice. I like that. So we come into here. We create this. And we put it sort of here. And then we move this to hit. Why? Height is 200. 128 times by 2 is 256. Objects. Extra cards. What? Oh god, what have I done? Okay. Components. Extra cards. Drop zones. Oh, because the drop zone has no kitchen card. So now if we grab this, cool. Okay. So, yes. I don't know if you can add text to an object. Probably can with the variants, but I don't know how. Add label to variant screen top.gg. Okay. Not sure. Let's have a look. The only last thing that I'm missing is the scoring card, but I can add that whenever. It's not a huge thing. So let's have a look. Let's close this. Discard area. Variant. Let's make this 3-3. Let's make it a sort of this color. Let's see if the Discord knows. The Discord for ScreenTop itself. General label. Text. Okay, we'll leave that for now. Okay, so grab this play area, and we want to make the variant, let's make it 33% again, and then let's make it a sort of a goldeny color, and then let's just darken that gold a bit. There we go. Right. Make it look a bit like a table slab, maybe. Make it more of a brown color. Okay. And then I need one more thing. I need blank container, secret message area. Need to make this 7 cards wide. So that's 128 times by 7 is some weird number I don't know how to multiply easily. So let's call it 920. Give it a bit of padding. Height needs to be 200. Let's make the area green. Nice poisony green. There we go. Drop zone. Oops. Add. Kitchen card. Save. Anchors. Add. Line. Save. Capacity should be 7 for now. I can change it at some point. Alignment should be start. Minus X should be 896 divided by 7. Oh. So let's say 897 divided by 2 is 448 minus 448. 448. $20. 420. There we go. We also want this to be view policy is allow seats and allow seats. Seats would be 1. Okay. Wait, am I not seat 1 at the moment? I am not. Okay, and then maybe I need to make a container. And we need to say player menu area, and we need to say 300 by 300 by 200. Yeah, what the hell? We then need to say drop zones, add, menu card, first player meeple, and scoring token. Add a point, and oh, so let's make this. Oh, did it? Let's make the first drop zone for just the menu card. Save, add the anchor. Anchor 1 is a point, and we'll put that 300 minus. No, we'll put it in the middle. And then what we'll do is we'll make another drop zone. And we'll say this is scoring drop zone. And this can be the scoring tokens and the first player meeple. So this will be the menu drop zone. Okay. And then we want to make variants. Clone 7 of this. Variant 1, the color will be. What are the player colors? Let us do this. Copy this over to here. So we go seat 1 variant. And the fill color will be a bluish color, which I think is this one. And then we come back to the variants and we say seat 2 variant. And that will be the red color. Come back, seat 3 variant. And yellow. Seat 4 variant. Oops. Seat 5 variant. Seat 6 variant. And that one should be that pinky color. Seat 7 variant. Seat 8 variant. Orange. Save. Okay. So we come to the chest. So we'll go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I just need to add scoring tokens. I think I'm going to have to tweak the scoring tokens. In fact, I might have to tweak this whole thing, but I think this is a good start. Something like this. Yeah. Can you scale an object in this? Okay, apparently you can't scale things. That's going to be a bit of a problem. Oh, I see. Yes. Okay, so the menu cards need to be quite a bit bigger. I may have to do them as their own separate assets. But let's just see if I can make the scoring token smaller for now. Okay, that does work. Nine, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, sorry about that. So... Okay. $18, $21. Okay. So if I Control C, Control V. Ugh. Okay. What if I came into the player menu area, drop zones, added anchors, $100? Nope. Let's make this 70 and 70. Oops. Minus 70 and minus 70. There we go. And start. Clone 5 times, 4 times. We want to say minus 60, 50, 40, 40, 30, 30. It's probably not going to be right. Minus 50, 30, minus 30, 10, minus 10, and 10, 10. Okay, let's make this 80. Then 130. Minus 40. Minus 40. And then let's delete the other anchors for a minute. Okay, and then we duplicate this and we say minus 20. About right, minus 15. Forty minus 15 is 30. 25. Minus 20. No. Right. Minus 15 plus minus 40 minus 15. It's 25. 10. There we go. Okay. 2 more anchors. Anchor 4 should be 25 and 25. No, 35 and 35. And that should be 70 and 70. No. $60. There we go. Right. So now there should be Badoop, 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 and Badoop. Nice. Okay. Oops. And then let's add a 6th anchor point. That can hold 6. And we'll put that at minus 60, no, minus 80, minus 80. Like that, and then minus 100 and minus 100. And then let's make an anchor point. Call this first player anchor. And we will move this to 128 minus 24. So 104. No. It's 40. And then 156 minus 156. Can't be right. 180 minus 12. 168. Wait, what? Obviously, minus 80. Minus 70. Okay, there we go. So let's actually play a menu area, drop zones, first player drop zone, add first player meeple, save anchor point. Then we come back to this. -40 minus 70. First player zone, scoring zone, first player meeple, anchors, delete this one. Okay. So now this meeple should drop zone, scoring drop zone. I did not save the changes. Hey, okay, it's a bit big. It's a bit big. There we go, that will do. So if I've got a bit quiet for a minute. Oh, that nearly worked exactly how I wanted it to. In fact, that did work exactly how I wanted it to, just... Okay. This is actually really nice. There's certain things about this that are super intuitive and nice. Other things that still need a bit of work, but overall I'm really impressed so far. Oh, why? They kind of need to work out some way to box select, I think. Oops. Unless there is a way in, I just don't know how. Anyway. Oops. Hey, that worked. I think. Ish. It worked ish. That worked better. Less things to have to move. Lock. Okay. I think I'm fairly happy with this. So, again, okay. So, I don't know what that size does, but okay. Wait. Okay, let's do this. Let's make this like this. And we will go to here. And we will say clone taste for the king backup. Payday for a key backup. Okay. So we go in here, edit, and let's make the menu card huge, 256 by 320, 360. Okay, then we make the player menu area twice the size as well, so that should be 600 by 400. And then the scoring token should have a radius of 24. And then we just need the player menu area. We need to adjust all the drop zones. So the menu drop zone can be in the same place. The score, the first player meeple drop zone probably needs to be moved somewhat. 80 to minus 140. That was easy. Just doubling all the numbers. Very nice. Scoring drop zone, anchors, edit them all. So we want to make this 160. 160. Oh wait, what? Double that to 260. $160 to 260. 80, 80, 30, 30. 160 to 260, 20, 20, 160, 260, 70, 70. 60, 260, 120, 120. Come on. And then this should be minus 200, 160, 160. Come on, so close. Minus 200. Save. Yes, okay. Oh, it even did that. Nice. Okay. Oh, wait. We don't want the... Oh, dude, look at that. And then we want to make the action reminder card. $512. 180 times by 3 is 540. Nope. Wait. 384. I did the wrong kind of scaling. Menu card 16, because that way it's relative to the original size. So we can now move this to here, lock it, move this to here, lock it, move this to here, lock it, lock it, lock it, move this to here, lock it, move this to there, lock it, and finally unlock this, move it to here. And lock it. Cool. Move the menus to here. Wages can increase as well. And then the action reminder card can go here. And this meeple go back to being 64. Cool. So this is now a taste for the king on screen top with no scripting, unfortunately. Could be handy to have some scripting. I shall get on the Discord, I think, and ask. But yeah, I think I'm done for today. No. So would anyone in chat like to have a quick go of the game? As it is now in screen top. Doop, doop, doop. Seat 1. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Discard. Flip and flip. 1, 2, 3. Discard. Flip and flip. 1, 2, 3. Flip, flip, flip. Oh no. Okay. Okay. So it does kind of need some scripting, really. But when you're playing more than one person, the other people can just, drag this in for you. And then shuffle. Shuffle. Okay, so it works. Okay, I think I'm going to end the stream. It's been a surprisingly long time. 3 hours, but I've essentially ported the whole game-ish into screen top. So things that are missing, you are having to use tokens instead of drawing on the menu. And there's no automation for things like so in Tabletop Simulator you have the draw hand button, which draws 3 cards automatically face down, 1, 2, 3. You have things like gather cards, which basically takes all the cards from the various areas and puts them back in the deck. You have an automatic shuffle, you have certain advanced functionality for these cards. So, it'd be nice. It'd be nice to have them automated, but for now, for playtesting, it's fine. Anyway, I think I'm going to end the stream because I've done what I set out to do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.